They left Earth as explorers, trained, celebrated, and trusted with humanity's greatest mission. But when they returned, something about them had changed. Their voices were calm, their smiles were rehearsed, and their answers sounded incomplete. Because what they saw in space was never meant to be shared. Space is supposed to be empty, silent, dead. That's what we're taught. But many astronauts have privately admitted that once you leave Earth's atmosphere, that illusion begins to collapse. The darkness doesn't feel vacant. It feels aware, like something is watching from a distance you can't measure. It often starts with lights, not stars, not satellites. Perfectly shaped glows moving in sharp angles, stopping instantly, then accelerating without warning. Astronauts reported these lights pacing their spacecraft, matching their speed, then vanishing without a trace. When those reports reached mission control, the response was immediate and cold. Change the subject. Log it as a sensor error. Do not describe it further. As missions continued, the sightings grew harder to dismiss. Massive structures appeared near Earth's orbit, stretching far beyond the size of any known human technology. Some astronauts described them as platforms. Others whispered that they looked constructed, artificial. One transmission was cut mid-sentence after an astronaut calmly said there was something outside the spacecraft that didn't belong there. That audio was never released to the public. Imagine floating hundreds of miles above Earth, the only thing between you and death being a thin layer of glass and metal. Now imagine seeing something move in the reflection of your helmet visor. Not a shadow, not debris, something deliberate, something close enough to notice you noticing it. Astronauts later said that was the moment wonder turned into fear. Radar systems began detecting objects that defied physics itself, accelerating at impossible speeds, stopping instantly, changing direction without slowing down.
No propulsión.
No heat signature.
No explicación.
Engineers couldn't explain it. Scientists couldn't recreate it. And officials didn't want it discussed. Back on Earth, control rooms fell silent. Live feeds were suddenly classified. High-ranking officials entered secured areas. Astronauts received short, unmistakable instructions. Do not describe what you saw. Do not discuss anomalies. Stick to the mission log. Careers, reputations, and futures depended on obedience. Silence wasn't suggested. It was enforced. After returning home, some astronauts were never the same. Away from cameras and microphones, they spoke of sleepless nights, of the feeling that Earth was no longer isolated, that humanity was not at the top of anything. One retired astronaut reportedly said that once you see what's really out there, it becomes impossible to believe we are alone. But publicly, every one of them denied it. From orbit, Earth looks fragile.
No borders. No wars.
Just a glowing sphere surrounded by darkness. And if what those astronauts witnessed is real, then our planet may not be hidden at all. It may be monitored, observed, possibly protected, or possibly contained. Over the years, fragments slipped through. Blurry footage, sudden flashes behind space stations, objects crossing the frame before feeds cut out. Each incident was dismissed as a glitch, a reflection, or a hoax. But the pattern remained. Too many sightings, too many witnesses, too much silence. In low-quality recordings, you can hear it. Voices lowering, breaths tightening. Not excitement, fear. Astronauts are trained not to panic, yet in those moments, the fear is undeniable. Because space wasn't empty. It never was. If massive objects truly exist in Earth's orbit, they didn't just appear recently. They've likely been there longer than us. Watching, waiting, and deciding when we're ready or when we're not. Even today, classified missions continue beyond public understanding. Restricted telemetry, private briefings, astronauts who still refuse to answer a single question. What did you see up there? Because some truths don't just change science. They rewrite humanity itself. If even a small part of these accounts is real, then the greatest secret in history isn't buried underground. It's above us, silent, watching. So ask yourself this: what happens when the silence finally when the truth can no longer be hidden. If you want to uncover what they don't want discussed, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because what's coming next was never meant to be revealed.